During a dramatic and revealing court hearing last Wednesday, pop icon Britney Spears told a judge that she no longer wants her father to control her affairs, a conservatorship that was put in place over a decade ago. Wednesday's hearing marks the first time 39-year-old Spears has spoken publicly about the conservatorship put in place in 2008 after her father petitioned the court claiming she was not mentally capable of making decisions about her life. One of the most shocking revelations during the court proceeding was the claim that Spears has an IUD implanted without her consent. Conservatorships are not unusual, but most often they're used in the subjugation of Black and Native women and women with disabilities. There are 1.3 million people in the U.S. living under some type of conservatorship. Joining me now is feminist activist, writer, and digital strategist Wagatwe Wanjuki. Glad to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
So for those who may not know or understand, can you explain what a conservatorship is and how they typically work?
So conservatorship is just sort of like it's a legal arrangement, right? I think what's really important to remember is that what's happening with Britney Spears is completely legal, and they limit her rights. So they can limit her access to medical care. They can limit who she interacts with. They limit her access to her own money, her own work. So it's really about stripping away the autonomy of individuals.
Now, in order to get a conservatorship, a person has to be shown to be mentally incapacitated. And people have spoken a lot about the gender bias inherent in that assessment. Can you talk about the racial bias?
Yes, so people were talking a lot about the disability lens and with gender, right? Saying that this is about getting rid of inconvenient women. But a lot of people are not talking about how the justification used to take away the autonomy of disabled people, the precedent is set in terms of taking away the reproductive autonomy of Black women and Indigenous women.
In Britney's case, she has an IUD implanted that she wants removed. You've drawn analogies between that and the forced sterilization of Black and Native women as well, and as women in prison and immigration facilities. Can you speak more about that?
Yeah, so a lot of people have been using the example of the Supreme Court case, Buck v. Bell, where a white woman was deemed promiscuous and immoral, and therefore it was okay to legally sterilize her. Followed was a white woman who was the center of that case. It's really important to remember that this is built on a foundation of stereotypes and exploitation of Black women. So again, they mentioned the promiscuity, saying that she's immoral, right? So it would be beneficial for her not to have children. Promiscuity and immorality has been associated with Black women in terms of us being legally unrapeable. And so that ties into the eugenics movement that really pushed to get that Supreme Court case up there so they could use it disproportionately against Black and Indigenous women.
Well, can you talk about the racial disparities in the issuance of conservatorships in general?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we have to understand that, people of color be more likely to be subjected to this because we have to think about the social construct of mental illness. So if you look in terms of history in the United States and throughout the Western world, we have seen people in power use mental illness to take away the rights of people. And so we've seen this in terms of in the 1840, I believe, census. They said that Black people who are free are prone to insanity. So they're basically saying that slavery is for the good of Black folks. And then you see this sort of thing repeating over time. Even colonial powers, Britain, they would say that Black Africans who were fighting for independence, they were basically insane and had to be treated properly through brutality and violence and sort of things like that. So all this is built on a legal system that is inherently built on racism and sexism and ableism.
Now, how have they been used to exploit Black women in particular?
So I think we can talk about Buck v. Bell, right? This is tied to, well, I would say that states were inspired by that ruling, right? So other states would take that ruling and expand it to sterilizing people who are criminalized. We know that Black individuals are disproportionately criminalized in the system. So this was a way for these white folks, the eugenicists, to further their purpose, because we have to understand, when Black folks are brought here through chattel slavery, it was profitable to white people for Black folks to reproduce. And that excused a lot of sexual abuse, right? And a lot of horrific things. And so when we think about freedom, right, then white people felt like, okay, well, it's no longer profitable to us. More Black people are not more capital. So now they have to use all these stereotypes that are tied to stereotypes that justify the abuse of Black women during slavery, to justify their subjugation, to justify, less adequate medical care. There's just a long line of exploitation and stereotypes are used to frame Black women as unfit to raise their own children through a myriad of ways, whether it's through criminalization, through poverty, through policy that discourages us from reproducing. And so this is why we have to understand that while Free Britney is at the center of this, it is really women of color who disproportionately face the consequences of this unjust system that allows this sort of legal stripping of autonomy and a really hard way of getting out of it.
Now, once someone has been placed under a conservatorship, how difficult is it for them to prove that they no longer need someone to oversee their affairs? I mean, by all accounts, you would think that Britney Spears, I mean, she's been having this conservatorship for at least 10 years now, and she has made millions on her own. She lives on her own. She seems to be capable of taking care of herself, but yet she's having this issue with her father and getting this sort of worked out in her favor. So how hard is it?
I mean, it's extremely difficult. I think something that people have been talking about for a really long time, right? If this can happen to Britney Spears, a rich, white, famous woman, beloved celebrity, imagine what it's like with people with less resources. Conservatorships are really hard to get out of by design, right? Because essentially the person that you want to get out of the control from, they're the people who are calling the shots. They're the ones who say what lawyers you can have, right? They can limit what sort of access to resources or information, right? So it's still really set up in a way that is not fair whatsoever, where it's sort of like if somebody who has enough power and can swoop in at the right moment, which I feel like happened with Britney Spears, instead of getting the help that she needed, she was put into a system that exploited her more. And I think it really ties along with, they said that it was about mental illness. And we see how mental illness, again, right, is used against people. Black women, again, right, there is a sexual abuse to prison pipeline. So there's all these different parallels about different ways that mental illness and disability is used as an entryway to marginalize certain people. And that's definitely how it's been used across the board.
All right, feminist activist, writer, and digital strategist, Wagatwe Wanjuki. Thank you so very much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.